Hello YouTube, this is Demar1079 coming at you with another World of Warship video, and yes, I haven't done one of these in a while, and I had forgotten I got this ship whenever I got it, so let me introduce you to Premium Tier 2 Russian cruiser Oleg A, I should say, Oleg A. She is a nice little, I guess, cruiser. She's a Bogatyr class Russian cruiser. For me, the time of this recording will pretty much be before I started. I tried looking up some history on this class. Not much at all, except for one little thing from World of Warships. Just talking about Bogatyr. But much like her sister ship, she is a veteran of the Russo-Japanese War. I'm in the Pacific, where these class of ship was transported to, and probably most likely an active role in the First World War, and of course, most likely as well, that of the Russian Revolution. You can get a little bit of details right there. You can pause the video and see it. But let's go into AI like always, and then we shall go into standard to see how she is. I have not played with the Bogatyr in quite some time. The Russian fleet that I have, sadly, is probably one of the smaller ones that I actually own. Besides liking... God, I can't remember the Tier 3 battleship. Prince Avarov, I think. But a different type of paint scheme. Funny enough to know, this ship, alongside three others, well, her other two sister ships, these ships were actually made in Tsarist Russia, which back the namesake ship said it already once, I can't remember it, sorry, was made in Imperial Germany. So, neat enough to know that this is a true, full-blooded Russian ship, unlike the other one, unlike the first one. And pretty much I like always the neat detail that seeing the white flag with the blue X is actually showing that she is a part of the Tsarist Russian Navy instead of the Soviet Union's Navy. Oh, there's our sister ship right there. Good thing to note too that I'm surprised that World of Warships doesn't do more often with a lot of these, I guess, pre-Dreadnought, I guess you could say early 1900s, like 1920s airships. This ship actually had 4 torpedo tubes, which like a lot of some battleships and other cruisers, like the best comparison would be another warrior from the Russo-Japanese War, cruiser Mikasa, also had underwater torpedo tubes, much like these cruisers here do. But yet, we don't get to play with some, so I wonder why that is. That should snuck up. Not gonna be able to do nothing. And if I'm not mistaken, this class ship was also one of the fastest ones, too, in the Russian Navy, and this was a well-protected armored cruiser. And for me, that usually goes at a speed of 21 knots, unless I play a destroyer. In these games, was playing as battleships. Yeah, she's quite fast. It's granted, back in the day, since battle cruisers, yes, there were them, but the cruisers were still the active scouts of the fleet, especially since this was an armored cruiser. She still had the ability of having to go fast, so she could scout for heavier, maybe, units. Which actually what I read in the her bio is this actually was a part of a long-range division, so it had, I guess, excellent. The actual ship had excellent guns and crews.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
Thus far, she's doing quite good. I guess there's a couple versions of her. If there's a version, there must be a different version of her. Kind of like Aurora. Probably different versions of... There's all 3 different versions of her out there. With regular Aurora, Aurora Black Friday version of her, and Aurora Azure Lane. Which, now that I think of that, that is probably, I guess, everyone's favorite Aurora video that I have done on my channel, so I thank you for getting her up there to, I believe, about 400 last time I took a look. So thank you for that. Which, thus far, which hopefully one day, some other ones will top maybe one day my little Easter egg of Missouri. Which, for everyone that has watched that and gotten it up there, I thank you so much for that. So far, good. So now, like always, let's see how she does. Standard. Darn it, now that I think of it, since there's another version of her out there. Could almost, like Aurora, have all versions of her to get the full ship complement, since Aurora had 3 sisters, and I have 3 versions of her, so I'm considering that all her sister ship. There's 4 of these ships, just need 2 more. But let me know what you all think in the comments below. How do you like these smaller tier 2 ships at times as like freebies? Do you think it's good for new players to get them so they have some premium ships so they can get some extra money when they play the games at the beginning or something like that? Or do you want some higher, maybe, tier ships? Because I think it was a long time ago that we were supposed to potentially get a German battleship. A tier 3, of course. Was supposed to be a freebie, I think I heard somewhere a long time ago, which we haven't got. And I think that was going to be one of the first ever, like, German dreadnoughts. the pre-dreadnoughts or something like that.
Support the allied target.
I don't think I've asked this question in quite some time. Let me know in the comments below. In World of Warship, what is your favorite nation to play with? And if you don't have a specific nation, what class of ship do you like to play as? Destroyer, cruiser, battleship, aircraft carrier? Let me know. Just interested to see what you guys like to play. For me,
Problem solved, sir.
I like carriers and battleships. I will play cruisers occasionally, and same goes for destroyers. When it comes to my actual fleet, I guess in total with all ships I have, I do not have the numbers in terms of destroyers at all. I think the highest one I have is a tier 8 that I got for Japan. Or no, the legendary ones that I have a couple of. Yeah, let me know. What's your favorite class of ship? What's your favorite nation? And if you even want to go for a step further than that, what is your favorite ship to play with in this game? For me, I think I go into fads with my favorite ship. I think for the longest time, I liked playing with Nelson. I had given my friend Driven, who has come on to the channel a few times, helping me make videos with Sister Ship, to where I gave him an opportunity for him to pick the ship I got. Either it was between Nelson, and I don't remember the other one, but he picked Nelson. And then he says, after that, I regret telling you to get that because I was making money hand over fist with Nelson.
Enemy destroyer sunk.
But yes. Don't really have a favorite ship. Nelson was my favorite ship for a while. I think also Florida was a favorite ship of mine for a while. But yeah, that's a hard one for me. But if you happen to know your favorite ship, let me know. For me, not so sure. But for me, I was able to... What I know, I was able to do a game that made me stay up. Once again, Driven, if you're listening to this video, thanks a lot for keeping me up that night. My little fleet battle game that I made the rules for. I'll put a link in the description down below, or it'll pop up in the right hand corner if I remember to put it in there. That kept me up about what, for me, a good little fleet of ships that I own in this game would have. He said, Either it'll be in the top right hand corner, it'll pop up in the top right, or in the description down below. Go see it for yourself and tell me what you think.
The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
Come on, Oleg, I know you can do it. That's a Japanese ship. We got to for the Russo-Japanese War. I know you lost the war, but now you can avenge.
Main turret critically damaged.
Stupid Italian cruiser. Thank you. There it goes. My final thoughts as they finish the Japanese ship off. I quite like her. She's got the guns. She's much like St. Louis in that regard, but since she has a bigger, heavier twin turret mount, she's a lot better, I guess, in that regard. But yeah, let me know if you have her or a version of her. Do you like her? For me, she's a good ship. And pretty much I have no other thoughts on that, so I want to thank y'all for watching. Please like and subscribe and hit that bell to notify anytime that I post a video or go live. And please leave your comments down below and tell me for the questions that I asked and also your thoughts on this ship. And that's pretty much it. So again, thank y'all for watching. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. See ya. Oops. Wrong button. Sorry.